Hi everybody, it's Anna. Tonight I was thinking I would review something a little older, um, but I decided instead I'd do a little bit of a comparison. I know it's a little bit of a hot button topic for some people, but bear with me. Um, the difference between the Lord of the Rings films and the Hobbit films, which are better, Hobbit or Lord of the Rings? Now, mind you, they are all one big long story. Okay, but again, broken into two trilogies. Kind of like the Star Wars situation, which I don't really think there's any debate on the prequels versus Star Wars, who's better. On that note, though, very much looking forward to the new one. Really hope it's the start of a really positive trend in the Star Wars franchise. But let's stick with Hobbit versus Lord of the Rings. Now, I personally had never watched the Lord of the Rings movies. They came out and they're so long, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna get bored. I don't really want to watch this. But I decided to give the Hobbit movies a try. I didn't even start on the first Hobbit movie. The first of the Hobbit movies I actually saw was Battle of Five Armies. I'm totally that far behind in the situation. Had some kids that wanted to see it. I was like, all right, cool. Don't ask me anything. I don't know anything. Never saw any of the other ones. But I'll go. So I took the kids to see it. And I was sold. 100%. I loved Battle of Five Armies. I couldn't figure out the fifth army, but took some talking. I figured it out. But it prompted me to go back and to watch the previous two Hobbit films. You know, Hobbit and Desolation of Smaug. Of these three films, I think Desolation of Smaug is the best. Some of that is because I kind of am digging the whole Benedict Cumberbatch as a dragon bit. I think that's awesome. But I really like the story in the Hobbit series. Seeing Bilbo, seeing the path he takes, how he ends up with the ring, all that kind of pre-story to Lord of the Rings really got me interested. So then at that point I said to myself, hello, you need to watch the Lord of the Rings movies. So I sat down and I watched all three of them. And at the end of the day, between the sets, I personally, this is me, just me, I personally prefer the Hobbit movies. I don't know if that's because I really like Martin Freeman's Bilbo Baggins better than I like Elijah Wood's Frodo. I know, blasphemy. But Frodo gets on my nerves. And his little Hobbit buddies are annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. They get on my nerves. Plus, they killed Sean Bean. Don't kill Sean Bean. But at the same time, I preferred the dwarves and the Hobbit versus Frodo in them. Just didn't do it for me. I really liked what I got. I liked Talia. I really liked that character with her being involved in things. We're kind of getting a more powerful woman, another one, basically. I like that about it. I've never read the books, so I can't speak for how they go along with the book. But in terms of the movies, I'm going Hobbit over Lord of the Rings. As a personal preference, I think it's a better story. I like the characters better. And all around, I thought the films were more entertaining. Again, I know there are people who disagree with me on this one. You know, Return of the King, all of that. I mean, they're phenomenal films. I'm not going to say they're bad films. I just prefer, if I'm going to sit down and watch any of them, I'm going to pick one of the Hobbit movies. It's just me. So I want to hear what you guys think. Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. Which one's better and why? So, and bring in the book discussion. Let's talk about it. I have not read them yet. Maybe you'll talk me into it. I'm worried it'll ruin the movies for me a little bit. But, you know, bring it in. Let's have this conversation. Hobbit or Lord of the Rings? Which side are you on and why? So, let me know. We can bring this topic up again and talk about it again. So, until then, I'm going to watch The Hobbit. And I will hear from you guys hopefully within the next couple days. Thanks. Bye.